Because many people, when they meditate, will rise up to the fourth floor. Many of your just standard, normal, regular people who are just beginning are usually like, are usually, like we say, existing in ego, existing in the pain body, quote unquote pain body, as they say, existing in all these lower dimensional feelings, these lower conscious levels, these lower, as the channel calls it, spiritual credit score. Their score is lower, so they are on this floor. When they go up to the fourth, this is where many family members will meet them that are on the other side. This is where many of the guides reside. Many of the lower, newer guardian angels that are working their way up in rank to become higher angels and creating angels will hang out in this realm. It does not mean they are from here. It is just where they hang out to make their connection with the human beings that are reaching out to them. So what the guides are saying is like, we're us, and our me is down here. The outside reality, like everything we're seeing around us is here. If we get stuck in this, we become kind of part of the collective, and we're just basically a slave to whatever the collective, wherever the collective is at any given time. If we're able to pull ourselves into like our me, we can command our space and we can go into any floor of this 12-story building that we want to, because this is all within us. It's not outside of us. All of this is within us. And it depends on our emotions where we're able to reach. And if we're in a should, I should be this, I should be that, I don't know who I am, you're out here and you're you because somebody told you that you needed to be this, and that, you're stuck out in their reality. You're stuck out in something that's outside of you. Then again, you're a slave to that. So you're only going to be wherever they think you should be, or and they may not even, you may not even know the person anymore, but you're still stuck in their thought pattern of what they told you should be. That's why, you know, as a psychic, as an intuitive, it's very important that we disconnect from people, that we don't tell them things like, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. It's like, they get caught up in your field, then they're in your field and you're creating their reality. So that's interesting. I like that. Anyway, okay, let me continue on this another couple pages. The fifth floor is where duality begins to slip away. The fifth floor has floors within it as well, 60 floors within it as well. But we will not get into this necessarily right now because this goes up into different dimensions. But the fifth floor is where the astral plane one is able to contact the soul plane. One is able to contact higher selves. One is able to contact the upper dimensional aspects of a human being. So when one is residing on the fifth floor, while they're living on the earth plane, this is while you're alive, their conscious level has raised up. They have been able to release much of their anger. They're existing within the fifth floor. Then they are able to connect with the higher self much more easily and at will than others who are on the third floor and their higher self cannot come below the fifth floor. So know that many guides will be an intermediary for a human being that's on the lower floors to connect with a higher aspect of themselves on the fifth floor, because the frequency cannot reach. It's too high and too dense. It does not reach. So there has to be what this channel calls a gatekeeper. What she has learned, and what we will use this, and we will use this word because this is what her brain knows, a gatekeeper that stands between and brings the different frequencies together to connect as one. Understand that as human beings, we are able to raise our conscious level, raise their spiritual credit score, and begin to match their soul's spiritual credit score. Then they are able to communicate with the higher self much more easily. Please know that many guides are on this floor. Most guides are on this floor. Many angels are on this floor. Many people's higher selves are guides. So what one must understand is that when human beings are existing on the earth plane at this conscious level, they may be able to see many guides if they try. If they just close their eyes and ask to see these guides, they will see them very easily if they're on this floor. But many people that exist at this high conscious level think that they are not intuitive. They think that they don't have any sort of spiritual abilities because they have spent their entire lives surrounded in this energy. So they just think it's normal. They just think that getting these amazing ideas that just come through their mind is just something that's normal. Bill, you've spent much time in the fifth floor, but you also in emotional matters will get slipped down to the second and third when provoked. So understand and know that we can move through any given second. We can go from the second to the third to the fourth to the fifth to the sixth, back down to the first, up to the seventh, down to the third, up to the fifth, down to the fourth. So we are constantly, as human beings, going up and down, up and down, up and down through the different astral planes. And this is why when you speak of Eckhart Tolle, you speak of pain body. It is when the consciousness is down on the lower levels of the astral plane that it begins to feel the pain.